Hi, my name's Chris. Born in 1975, it makes me 43. I married, two great boys, and I've got a good life. When I was in my early 20s, in fact probably before then, if I'm honest, probably when I was about 15, I couldn't understand why everybody was so happy all the time. I felt a tremendous amount of stress on me to be a certain way and to act a certain way. I've never suffered from any form of abuse, whether that be physical, mental, sexual, substance abuse, nothing like that. Completely normal life. If I'm honest, completely honest, I suffer from depression. The people who know me would say that I was, a comedian, you know, and always a smart arse comment to say about everything. And they're right. I do usually have a smart arse comment to say about everything. But that's not because I'm jolly. It's because inside I'm really, really struggling. Now that I'm 43, I can be honest and say that being in a crowd of people and trying to be the funny guy and feeling the pressure to be the funny guy is utterly exhausting. I no longer have the capacity, the energy, or the will to keep being that guy. In October of last year, which it was 2018, I got to the point I'd hit a wall. There was no good in the world. There was nothing to look forward to. Everything was dark. I was going down a really dark hole. And I've experienced darkness like that before, and I've experienced depression before and anxiety to the level where everything feels hopeless. But this time was so different. This time I couldn't see a way out. And I had presumed that this was when I die. This is when I give up. This is when it's over for me. I want to live. But depression makes everything sore in your head. Every day is a nightmare. It's a mental torture. Every day there's an agony, an unrelenting force of doom and worry and stress that causes great amount of pain. And you want it to stop. You want it to all go away. You want it to end. You think in your head that everybody is suffering because of you. And you feel as though your life to them is a burden. Like you're causing them anguish. And you don't want to cause anguish. You don't want to be a drama queen, and you don't want to be the bad guy, and you don't want to make it hurt. So you feel worthless. You feel worthless. The stress you put upon yourself is unreasonable all the time. Trying to carry the world on your shoulders, it's not a one-man job, it's a team job. Everyone's got to do their bit. But you can't see that because that's not in you. So difficult to explain depression, and it's so difficult to explain anxiety. The problem I have is my depression fuels my anxiety, and my anxiety fuels my depression. So I'm stuck between two worlds. But I'm going to do something about it. I went to my doctor. Lovely guy. I cried. I cried a lot. and made no sense for probably 5 minutes. And then once I got over the embarrassment of crying in front of someone, they started to flow. I started to open up, and I started to vocalise what was going on in my head. And that's when I realised it was pretty serious stuff that was going on in my head. And not ideal. So we started a course of treatment. Initially went on to 50 milligrams of something, and it took the edge off, absolutely took the edge off, but not enough. So I went back to the doctor and he increased my dose to 100 milligrams, and it helped, started to help. Downside was I stopped caring entirely. I had no feeling, I had nothing, a zip, zilch, nada. I didn't have an up, I didn't have a down, I had absolutely nothing. I was a clone of who I was. But it also made me be able to say to people that I was depressed. The guy that they knew wasn't me. The funny guy, the smart arse, isn't me. And it's difficult because I'm involved in a rugby club, and at the midi level I'm a coach, and rugby, you know, all big tough guys and all the rest of it. But they were some of the first people I told, because I felt that it could be I could help somebody, it could be my responsibility to help somebody. We can't have guys like me suffering in silence. We can't have anybody keeping it buttoned up and hurting. So I thought, yeah, it's got to be me. So I told them I was depressed. And I braced myself for the ridicule, and I braced myself for the shunning, and I braced myself for the ostracising and the, you know, putting me out the road. But exactly the opposite has happened. People are embracing it. People are asking me how I feel. People can relate to it. And what's more important to me is that people can open up to me about it. And they have. They can say, you know, Chris, you're right. I feel the same. But that doesn't cure them. That doesn't cure anybody. But when it's out there and you're talking about it, it loses its power. You lose the fear of it. You realise that, like rugby, it's a team thing. It's a team game. We're all in this. We're all suffering. We need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. And we are. And we're learning. But it's a start. I've got 2 boys, both teenagers. I'm going to get ahead of the curve on that, because I want them to know that it's okay to have feelings, and it's okay to feel overwhelmed, and it's okay to feel useless, because honestly, most of us at some point feel useless. Most of us at some point feel we could do better. But what's really important is we have to understand that we are all exactly the same. We are all like that. We all are overwhelmed. And we can help each other. It's good to talk. And it's okay not to be okay.